Hello everybody, this is Keso. I have secured all India rank 3 and 12 in the recent UPSC CAPF. We have started this PYQ series of polity. In this series, we'll cover the 15 to 20 years of PYQs, and this is the fifth video. In this video, we'll cover the polity PYQs which were asked in UPSC CAPF 2020. So let's start with the first question. It is related to the fundamental duties, that which one of the following is not correct. So the fundamental duties were not originally a part of the constitution. That is correct, as fundamental duties were added by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976, and it was recommended by Swaran Singh Committee, and it was inspired by USSR Constitution. Then initially there were 10 fundamental duties, and 11th fundamental duty was added by 86th Constitutional Amendment Act 2002. So that's all these points are relevant related to fundamental duties. So here A would be correct answer. Let's move ahead with the next question. It is regarding the governor and its discretionary power. So all three are correct, as he or she is not convinced by the advice of the Council of Ministers, then he can use his discretionary power. Then B, whenever the Constitution requires. Then C, when he is appointed as the administrator of the UT. Let's move ahead with the next question. Which one of the following is not true of socialism? Socialist analyzes society in terms of income distribution. Correct. It emphasizes the centrality of community. This would be incorrect. Then socialists believe that the class division in society are a fact and therefore irremediable. Correct, as the main basis of the socialism is related to the class struggle only. Then it believes that the material benefits should be distributed on the basis of need. That is also correct. Then next question. Which one of the following statements with regard to the censor motion is not correct? So here the correct answer would be A, a leave of house is required to move it. It is incorrect, as a leave is not required. Then B, it is correct, the government is free to fix the time and date of its discussion. Then C, it can be moved against the entirely of the Council of Ministers. Then D, the speaker decides whether the motion is in order or not. And there are few additional points, that its reason should be stated in the house, why it is being brought in the house. And most importantly, it can be moved against a single member as well as a complete Council of Ministers. So this is the most important fact related to the censor motion. Let's see the next question. It is related to the concepts and different concepts and their explanation. So here the correct answer would be A, pluralist democracy, capacity of groups to ensure governmental responsiveness, people's democracy, social equality through common ownership of wealth, then developmental democracy, highest and harmonious development of individual capacities, elitist democracy, power is always exercised by privileged few. So here A would be correct answer. Let's see the next question. It is related to the money bill. Which one of the following is not a correct feature of money bill? So here the correct answer would be D. It can be referred to a joint committee of two houses. No, it cannot be, and it can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. Deputy Speaker can also certify a money bill in case of the office of the Speaker is vacant. So there is the technicality here is, when the office of the Speaker is vacant, the Deputy Speaker discharges the duty of Speaker. So B would be also correct. The Speaker's authority is final as to whether a bill is a money bill or not. So C is also correct. So A, B, C are correct, while D is incorrect. So few facts related to money bill are under Article 110, can't be introduced in Rajya Sabha. Decision of Speaker is final and can be referred. It can't be referred to a joint committee of two houses, and it cannot be discussed in joint sitting of Parliament. So all these are important points related to a money bill. Let's see the next question. The idea of social justice requires that equal treatment to be supplemented with principle of proportionality. So in idea of social justice, the equals cannot be non-equals cannot be treated equally. So the principle of proportionality is not followed. So A is one is incorrect. Then due and equal consideration is given to all individuals, correct. Equality of treatment be transcended to recognize speciality, that is also correct. So 2 and 3, D would be correct answer here. Let's see the next question. Which one of the following statement about the Attorney General of India is not correct? It is related to the Attorney General. So B. Here the correct answer would be B. He or she enjoys the right of audience only in Supreme Court and High Court. It is incorrect, as he enjoys audience in all courts of country. All courts. The person must be qualified to be appointed as a judge of a Supreme Court. Correct. He or she holds office during the pleasure of president. Correct. And he or she receives remuneration as determined by the president. So all three are correct. Determined by president, not parliament. Just remember these points. These are very crucial points. Let's see the next question. It is related to the panchayats. Which of the following are correct in relation to the panchayats? Only the parliament may endow panchayats with powers and authority. Incorrect. A state legislature gives power to panchayats. A state may devolve powers to panchayats in preparation of plans and for economic development and social justice. Correct. A state may develop powers to panchayat in implementation of schemes for economic development and social justice. That is also correct. So 2 and 3 are correct. Let's see the next question. It is related to, in relation to the powers of the Union Government of India, which one of the following is not correct with the powers of Union Government of India? The Government of India may undertake legislative functions of a territory outside of India by agreement with the government of that territory. Correct. The Union Government may not entrust a state government with functions over matters where executive power of the, that is incorrect. It may. The Union Government may direct states for construction and maintenance of means of communication for military importance. That is also correct. The governor may, with consent of the Government of India, entrust its officers with functions on matters which fall within the executive powers of the state. That is also correct. So A, B and D are correct, while C is incorrect. Let's see the next question. As per the provisions of the Constitution of India, which one of the following is correct? Only Parliament has the power to legislate over a subject under the concurrent list. Incorrect. Both Parliament and state legislature have the power to legislate over a subject under the concurrent list. That is correct. This is correct. B is correct. A legislature may, under the current list by Parliament, should be ratified by half of the state legislatures as so to become a law of a country. Not necessary. Only state legislatures are empowered to make laws under concurrent list. That is also wrong. Let's see the next question. Which one of the following statements regarding passing a law under the state list is correct? Even in the sphere, state list exclusively reserved for the states, Parliament can legislate under the certain circumstances. That is correct. Parliament cannot legislate a subject under state list under any circumstances. No, there are 5 special circumstances under which a Parliament can make laws on subjects which are mentioned under state list. A resolution supported by 2/3 of the members present and voting is required to be passed by Rajya Sabha to pass a law under the state list. That is correct. That is correct. So here the correct answer would be C. 1 and 3 are correct. Let's see the next question. Which one of the following statements regarding promulgation of ordinance is correct? President can promulgate ordinance which are of temporary duration. That is correct. An ordinance promulgated by the President has to be ratified by Parliament within 6 weeks of its reassembly. That is also correct. So 1 and 2 are correct here. C. So ordinance making power of President. Read about it. Ask every 2 and 3 years. In every 2 and 3 years. So you must read about this ordinance making power of President. Let's see the next question. Regarding Public Accounts Committee, we have seen this question very thoroughly in 2021 video. So you can refer there. It consists of 15 members. No. 15 members from Lok Sabha and 7 members from 22 members. Correct. So this is correct answer. It consists of 20 members. Wrong. Term 5 years. No. 1 year. Member has 1 year term. One of the oldest since 1921. Montfort reforms. After Montfort reforms, it was constituted. And also the finance minister is the chairman person. No, wrong. No cabinet minister is part of any parliamentary committee. Let's see the next question. Which one of the following statements regarding speaker is correct? The election of the speaker of the Lok Sabha is conducted by the Election Commission of India. Not correct. Gone. The speaker on assuming his office is not required to make and subscribe an oath of affirmation. That is correct, as speaker takes oath as a MP, member of parliament. So this is a very important point. The speaker does not exercise a casting vote in case of equality of vote. Incorrect. So 2A, only 2 would be correct answer. Let's see the next question. Which of the following statements are correct with regard to speaker or deputy speaker? On dissolution of the Lok Sabha, both speaker and deputy speaker cease to be member of the house. Correct. Both speaker and deputy speaker vacate their office on dissolution. No, they do not vacate their office and they continue to be speaker until the next session starts. Only deputy speaker vacates his office, and speaker shall not vacate his office until immediately before the first meeting of the Lok Sabha. That is correct. So 1 and 3 are correct. Here, D would be answer. Let's see the next question. With regard to panel of chairperson, Lok Sabha, which one of the following are correct? Panel of chairperson is drawn from the ruling party only. Incorrect. Member of oppositions are also in it. Then panel of chairman is nominated by different political parties and appointed by speaker of the Lok Sabha. Correct. Panel of chairman consists of 10 members, and one of them presides over the house when the both speaker and deputy speakers was not there. 3. So 2 and 3 would be correct answer. Let's see the next question. A member giving notice of a resolution of the removal of the speaker and Lok Sabha should be addressed to the Secretary General. A member giving notice of a resolution for the removal of speaker should be addressed to the Secretary General of the Lok Sabha. Very, very important. It is not to the Deputy Speaker, it is to the Secretary General of Lok Sabha. So B would be correct answer. Then who was the President of the Constituent Assembly? Super easy. Rajendra Prasad. Interim Chairman. Comment your answer. Who was the interim chairman? He was from Bihar, and he was the oldest member of the Constituent Assembly. That's why he was given the chair of the interim chairman. Comment down your answer. So that's all. We have covered all the PYQs of 2020, and I hope you like this session. Please share the video among your friends and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.